right, here we go with this month's trailers. I'm just thinking about something I'm not going to have the guts to actually do in post-production. We'll get there in a minute. This first trailer, I've got all three recorded in one video. I recorded them yesterday. I don't remember what these trailers are at the moment, except one of them is the Minions. A Minions movie. What I was going to do there was I was going to add the most gross throwing up sound you could possibly imagine. And then the sound of something wet and solid striking a metal spittoon from about 10 feet up. Just really gross audio engineering, right? Foley, sound design, whatever you want to call it. Then I realized I don't want to just turn everybody off and have them not watch the rest of this video. So I wouldn't want that. I don't enjoy it when Hollywood does it, but I guess this does tell me why Hollywood does this. They do it because it's funny. It's funny to them. It's not funny to the audience. It's not funny when somebody's not expecting it. But it's funny to the people who make the movies. So that's why they do it, I guess. But I'm gutless, so I'm not going to do it. Anyway, let's move on. I don't know what this first movie is, but let's find out together.
Yeah. What do you mean, my speech? Yeah.
Oh, a romance. Let me get my vomit bucket back.
Okay, what about...
Again? She's in another movie? Seriously? Don't you have enough money?
So you're saying...
Who's the nerd, by the way?
First love? Yeah, first love?
You know, I heard she was in a movie with Robert Pattinson. Is that him? Isn't he like twice her age? This dude is old as hell, man. Yeah, I think that is him. I don't have his face memorized or anything. Now do the risky business dance.
Repulsive, even.
Both these actors are overexposed. Let's sequester this movie somewhere off to the side.
I'll tell mine if we all do.
Quarantine it.
What did you do?
This dog.
Beer bottles and porn.
You left him there at night.
I see.
That's the worst thing I've ever done.
What is this accent he's doing? Maybe that's not Robert Pattinson. I know he's doing a movie with her. Maybe I'm crazy.
Are you serious?
Serious about what?
I'm sorry.
Emma,
what the fuck?
Jesus.
Remember, you know each other really well.
Not really.
You have to stop thinking about it.
Let me say stop thinking.
So you are thinking about it.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I am thinking about it now.
How can you even trust her?
You're being incredibly hypocritical.
I never said he was mentally disabled.
Yes, you did. You said he was slow. You said he was slow.
Oh, shit.
Emma, true love is complicated.
Damn, man. What are you doing that for? You're mean. What a dick.
Acceptance, radical acceptance.
Oh, shit.
Like you've never done anything bad.
Maybe they were into that. You know, maybe I was wrong. Oh, shit. Okay, it is him. I don't have his face memorized, man. I don't know. You think I follow that son of a bitch's career? He's overexposed. I avoid him as much as humanly possible. Unless he's wearing a Batman suit.
That's some drama.
Okay. Okay, well, I talked over so much of that. I'm going to actually go back and watch it again without talking. So I can actually analyze the damn trailer. Oh, man. I was just thrown, man. Like, those two people, I think, are overexposed. You know, they weren't that interesting to begin with, and now they're overexposed. So, but let me give this trailer a fair shake and actually listen to it. I'll be back. Okay, I gotta say, when I'm not talking all over it, that's one of the best trailers I've ever seen. That was amazing. They set up a mystery of what the hell she told them that she did in her past. And what's really clever is they don't really say what any of the four of them say. Because let's go around, we each say the worst thing we've ever done, right? And the first guy mentions a dog, and the second, the woman mentions like beer bottles and stuff. You kind of get an idea of what the range of what they're talking about, which is also very clever. If you hadn't given us a clue of what any of them said, then maybe it wouldn't have hit as well. But they gave just enough for the first two that, okay, they're talking about embarrassing shit they did. You know, maybe he kicked a dog, maybe she stuffed a beer bottle somewhere, whatever. It's like, you can imagine, okay, the range of what we're talking about here. Robert Pattinson's character, I don't think they gave up anything. He was just, hitting the table like this, and then, that was very clever. And then apparently she said something that horrified everybody, and they can't stop thinking about it. Maybe now he doesn't want to marry her. That is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. A trailer has to create a scenario where people want to watch this movie to find something out. Maybe they want to watch a movie because they think they're going to enjoy the whole experience. maybe they want to watch the movie, because, like in a romantic comedy, for instance, we know they're going to end up together. So there's not much intrigue there. Star Wars movie or some kind of action movie or fantasy movie, you're pretty sure the good guys are going to win. Every now and then they don't, but you're pretty sure they will. Horror movies can go either way. There's different expectations depending on the genre. But the best kind of trailer you can do is you ask a question that the audience is dying to know. I want to know what the hell she did. Even if I don't watch the rest of the movie, I need to watch that scene. I'm very curious what the other three did, but I really want to know what she did. That is, I went from, there's no way in hell I will ever watch this movie because both of the lead actors are boring as hell and overexposed, to, I have to at least watch that scene. That is an amazing trailer. Brilliant. Rewatch value, I watched it 3 times. I actually watched it twice more, right? Rewatch value's off the chain. Because at first I thought I'd missed something. I was like, surely they didn't give us nothing, but no, they gave us nothing. They gave us nothing. Rewatch value, 10 out of 10. Amazing. Doesn't give away the whole goddamn movie. Here's the interesting thing. They gave away a lot, but they didn't give away the most important thing. And plus, they don't really give away how since you don't know what it is, you don't really know how much it's going to affect the rest of the movie. So, I mean, you gave us an idea what the hell the movie's about. We know the actors in it. We kind of get the tone of the movie. But we don't know anything that's happened in this. Because everything hinges on that one scene. Which, if they're really smart, they'll put about 25% of the way through the movie. Get people invested in the characters, and then you throw this on us. 10 out of 10. I've never seen... This may only be the second ever movie I've given 10 out of 10, all 3 categories. Because, does this make you want to watch the movie? Yes. 10 out of 10. If you have any curiosity about yourself whatsoever. So, it's 10 out of 10 for rewatchability, it's 10 out of 10 for not giving away anything, and it's 10 out of 10 for making you want to see the movie. And I've always said it's impossible to get 10s in the last 2 categories. Because to make people want to see the movie, you have to give away too much of the movie. If you give away too much of the movie, maybe people don't want to see it. So you have to, it's a balancing act. One of them can be 10, but you can't have both of them 10, and here we are, both of them 10. This is what I wasn't thinking about. Create a mystery, the audience is dying to find out what the hell it is. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant trailer. And it pains me to say this, given who the 2 lead actors are. It really pains me to say that. But hey, man, I'm just here to judge the trailers. So that is a brilliant trailer. They nailed it. All right, well, let's move on. Whatever the hell the second movie is. Oh, The Devil Wears Prada 2? Seriously? I can't remember if I've seen the first one. I'm not sure.
It's not just a magazine.
Because
it's a global icon.
It's about a magazine. I'm not sure I've seen the first one.
That brings us back together again.
Hello.
Eat my ass.
Wow, look what TJ Maxx.
I know she's an asshole in it.
Sorry.
Maybe it's just I've seen a couple
Do you
clips.
know her? Do I know her?
I'm Andy Sachs. Andrea.
She was one of the Emilys.
What?
The first movie obviously was a massive success, so I see them trying to cash in. I get it. I don't think I've seen the first one. The more I look at this, the more I don't think I've seen it. But I do know she's a massive bitch. Meryl Streep is a massive bitch in the first one. Maybe I just saw a couple trailers.
Am I having a hallucination?
Hi, Emily.
You also know her?
We were at Runway at the same time.
I've never seen you before in my life.
Really?
She's like me, right? Yeah. She's got the same amount of brain damage I do, where I don't recognize shit. Well, interesting. They love it.
Where would you like to start?
I am the new features editor at Runway.
No, you are not.
Yeah, we are all so
You know what's funny is you've changed. You have. You're much more confident. Kept those eyebrows.
Oh,
though, didn't
Jesus. Well, that was savage. Well, rewatchability, probably not. I don't think that's a very long trailer either. It's a teaser, probably. So, rewatchability, 5. It's fine. Does it give away the whole movie? Not really. I mean, what the hell's the plot of this movie? I guess I would have to be familiar with the first one. Whether I've seen it or not, I sure as hell don't remember anything about it, other than the fact she's a massive bitch. So, and I think maybe the other one, the other actress was like an intern or some shit. Isn't it about fashion or clothing or something? I don't know. But I don't think they give away too much because unless there's context from the first movie that they gave you more. Like if you've seen the first movie, you're like, oh yeah, this is what they're doing. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. So if there's context from the first movie that gives you more clues, that would change my score. But since I don't have that context, I don't think they give away too much. I think they gave away enough. Again, the tone, the repartee we're going to have, and kind of like snarkiness, and you definitely get a sense of Meryl Streep's character. Like I said, haven't seen the first one. I get a pretty good idea. Plus, what I had heard about the first one, that she's a massive, massive asshole, right? So that combined with her, like she doesn't remember people, which trust me when I tell you this, some people take offense to, for some reason. Like in real life, like I don't think actors give a shit if I remember them. Well, like Hollywood actors. I'm sure an actor I worked with would be offended, but in real life though, if you behave like that's the one good thing I will say. When I know somebody in real life, I don't tend to forget them. It's the actors I don't remember the characters, right? So anyway, I'll give it a really solid 8. I don't think they gave away very much, in my opinion. Doesn't make me want to watch the movie. Here's the thing. Not me, personally. Me, if it was just talking about me, if this was targeted me and I had graded just for me, it gets a 2, because I don't want to see this. But I think, I'm pretty sure a person who loved the first movie, this would be enough to make them, I don't want to see anything else about it, I'm just going to go straight in theater, I'm seated. I'm seated even though it doesn't come out for 6 weeks, or whatever the kids are saying these days, right? So, for a fan of the movie, this is probably a 10. For a person who saw the movie, the original movie, back when it came out, and still kind of remembers it and has a little bit, yeah, that was all right. I think this will make them want to see it. So I think general audiences, this is a 6. Massive fans of the first movie, this is probably an 8 because they seem to be hitting all cylinders here. And the cast seems really strong. And people who don't give a shit like me, it's probably 2. So kind of a little bit all over the place there. All right. I guess we're going to do this Minions movie. Jesus. I can't believe they're making another effing Minions. Like, how many effing... This has got to be the 5th one, right? Jesus. I saw bits and pieces of the first one. I saw the first... The hell was it? What did this spin off from? Miserable Me? Horrible Me? Boss Baby? Something... I feel like it was something. It was Terrible Me or it was Boss Baby. He was a bad guy, right? Like, I saw the first movie. A friend of mine made me watch it. Jesus, it must have been 2012. I watched that first one. Either 2012 or 2013. She made me watch it. We were in a hotel room on set. We had a day off. And I was, we went over the lines and everything. And then I was like, okay, well, you want to watch a movie before I take off? And she whipped out this DVD. And I was like, all right. It was all right. It was funny enough. But he's like a bad guy. And he had the minions. And they were the worst part of that movie. And then they spun off. And I think there's been like 2 or 3 more of the Terrible Me movies. And then there's been like 5 or 15 or 18 or whatever Minions movies. And this is another one in the long line. Jesus. I guess this is not for me. So I'm going to go into this. Like, I try to put myself into the audience that this is intended for. Because it's clearly not intended for me. I don't watch Minions movies. It's intended for the kids. So... that's what I'm gonna try to put myself into mind space of. So even though I'm personally throwing up in a bucket, that doesn't mean that's how I'm gonna grade the trailer.
Oh, you see those large, heavily armed men? They suspect you have killed their leader.
I see. Oh, you're shooting a movie, okay. Is this in the 20s?
Okay.
So those big classic swords and sandals movies? Incompetent. Oh no, they're gonna fight, okay. I think Minions do fight as I remember it. Damn! Jesus! Wow, these Vikings are terrible.
That was...
That's right. Get us paid.
You wrote a monster movie?
Oh yeah, they don't speak a language, do they?
For your monster.
Well, they don't speak English anyway. Yeah, not good enough. I've had those kind of meetings. Where's the conflict? Oh, they're going to summon a monster. Oh, Jesus Christ. That is a terrible idea. I don't think Minions are known for their intelligence, are they? Incompetent. Never summon Satan. That's just a terrible idea. Oh, of course. Really? He's a terrible one. Never mind. You can summon this one. He sucks. Wait. He speaks English. Now we're talking. Yeah. So this is all just about fighting monsters, huh? We're already minions. We don't need monsters. Yeah. Are they easy to work with? Do they destroy your craft table and then destroy your porta potties? Those are crucial questions for movie making. All this is supposed to happen before they actually meet up with Terrible Me Guy, right? As I understand the Minions continuity. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. This feels like that's part of... Uh-oh. Yeah, I see. Yeah. Very troubling. Yeah, poor kids, obviously. The most clever thing, the only clever thing I think the Minions franchise ever did, because I remember, like, I think the first one, the one I saw, bits and pieces of, I never did see the whole thing. I was over at a friend's house, he was playing for his kid. And so I asked a couple, what's going on, what are they doing, and all that stuff, right? And I got the skinny, as I remember it, that they always gravitate to whatever time period they're in. They live forever, apparently. But whatever time period they're in, they gravitate to the most evil person in the world at that time. So, 1800s, whoever's the most evil person. Clever thing, because obviously who's the most evil person in the 1930s and 1940s? You can't do that. You can't do that. And you can't explain why they didn't go to him in that time period. So they put him on ice. Like they froze him for like the 30s and 40s. I thought that was just a brilliant idea. What a great way to dance around a very sticky topic, right? Because you've created this situation where you can't explain why they didn't do it, but then you can't have them do it. So you trapped them. They couldn't leave. So they were going to, which still is bad. It's still bad. Bad Minions. But they couldn't because they were trapped. That was actually clever writing. Every now and then the writers can be clever. I thought the mummy joke is actually pretty clever. I mean, it's for kids. But mummy toilet paper, I mean, nobody's, as far as I know, nobody's ever done that joke before. And it's been there for 200 years. Ever since we had the first mummy, it kind of looks like toilet paper. So that's a pretty good joke. So anyway, the funny thing is, I think anybody who's gotten this far into the franchise is going to watch the next one, right? Like Scream 7 came out this week. I think just a couple days ago. Anybody who's watched the first 6 Scream movies is going to watch number 7. They're going to check it out. You don't need a trailer, right? So, I just had a thought. I should probably react to that trailer. But then again, I've heard the movie's terrible. So, maybe not. Anyway, did they give away too much of the movie? I think, yeah, they gave away too much. Because you pretty much know the entire premise. They want to shoot a movie. They're looking for monsters. Shenanigans ensue. Oh, what I was going to say about the mummy scene, that's probably part of a montage where they try to find various monsters in various places. They fail, and then they have to meet they summon one, and then he takes them to the real monsters. So I think most of what we saw in this trailer is probably the first 30 minutes of the movie, but we can pretty much imagine what the rest of the movie is going to be like. So they gave away too much, so they only get a 5. Rewatchability, I mean, just... the kids would love to watch it. If I was a fan of the franchise, I'd watch it a couple times. So that's a 7. Does it make you want to go see the movie? Now I'm going to put this into the context of you're tired of Minions movies. You saw the rest of them, and you're like, I think I've seen enough. I don't want to spend bust out retail theater prices to see another Minions movie. Would this make me want to watch one, despite that feeling? That's the category because they've got the people that have seen them all. They got the people who love the franchise. They've got them. They don't need to sell to those people. The trailer is trying to get people who are on the fence. They don't have me, they'll never get me. So it's not shooting for me. They're shooting for people who are on the fence. If people are on the fence, I think this feels fresh. I think it feels new. I think it works. I'm going to give them a 9. I think that a fence sitter who enjoyed the previous movies but is kind of tired and doesn't know if they want to spend theater prices to see another one. Kids maybe a little older at this point. This will probably make you want to do it because it does feel like a pretty fresh concept. It's a pretty interesting idea for Minions movies. I don't remember how many there actually have been out or what they were about, so I don't know the plots of the other ones. I think the plot of the first one was just explaining how they got to, terrible, despicable, whatever the hell guy from the first movie, right? I think the first Minions movie was trying to figure out, was just showing you how they got to him, their entire history. They thought they'd only have one Minions movie, so they shot their wad. I think, as I understand it, the first one shows that entire history. Like, at the end of the first Minions movie, they show them with him, whatever the hell his name is. So, I don't know what the other plots would be. And there's been more than... This is not the second Minions movie. God knows how many they've had. I don't know what the other plots would be, but this feels fresh. Now, each movie could be a quest, at which point this would get a little tired, especially if it's the fourth or fifth movie. But, I don't know. I think it's pretty solid. Like, so, yeah. They get a 9 for making people want to watch it, which is more than I'd ever give them, believe me, because, I've made my feelings on Minions very clear. The only Minions I like are the actual Minions that help evil people and rich people, and every now and then a good person has a Minion, but, I'm obsessed with anime Minions. I'm not obsessed with animated Minions. There's a very clear difference.